What's wrong?
뭐요?
I'm not sure, but Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
응?
Here it comes.
What is that? What's going on?
This is the end, Desmond. Scheduled for deletion.
뭐야
What are
이게?
you doing?
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves.
Don't do this.
I'm saving you, idiot! Go! Go!
어. 뭐가 어떻게?
I write these lines with a steady hand and a light heart. We are in Nock right now, Sophia and I, with the 5 Masyaf keys in our possession, and all the time in the world. Sophia is a seasoned traveler and a fine companion to have so far from home. Tomorrow we will make our way to Masyaf, and once there, into Altair's library, to fulfill our father's forgotten dream. Forgive the shortness of this letter, dear sister, for it is late, and we are tired. Perhaps, with luck, the next words you hear from me will be in person. Con affetto, Ezio.
편지가 끝났네. 왠지 처음 장면 보는 것 같다. 귀양, 에치와 소피아는 몇 주 동안 여행 끝에 마샤프에 도착했습니다. 이제 도서관의 문을 열 시간입니다.
Such a climb. È così bello qui. This is where your order
여긴
began?
Began thousands of years ago, but here it was reborn.
By the man you mentioned, Altair?
Altair ibn
예전
Ahad. He built us up and set us free. He saw the folly of keeping a castle
암살단
like
본보
this.
같은데?
It had become a symbol of arrogance and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather
지금은
simple.
아무도 안 살고 있는 건가?
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself, and let them go. Let go of all of this.
Then let go. You will not fall far.
에치오도 알테어의 후손인 거니까 어떻게 보면 유적답사네.
The end of the road.
머샤표 앱스를 이용해 퍼즐을 풀고 도서관 뭐
What do you hope to find behind that door?
뭐야 이거?
Knowledge, above all else. Altair was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom.
이게 무슨
He saw
소리야?
many things in his life and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Does that worry you?
아, 회전이 있네.
Sophia, you should know by now that I am not a lesser man.
그 말은
Ezio.
왠지 여기 아닌가? 이거 뭐야 이거?
Did Altair leave behind any clues?
아,
Perhaps something only those with heightened senses.
아, 그래? 그래요? 얘가 더 천재인 것 같은데? 이거 맞았고 여긴가? 그렇구만. 아, 이거구나.
You had better come out of there alive.
I plan to.
알테어의 도서관을 살펴보세요. 응? 뭐야? 아니야. 난 안 붙일 거야. 안 붙일 거라고. 저 앞에 뭔가 있어. 저건가?
No books. No wisdom. Just you, fratello mio.
아, 지금 이게 알테어인 거죠?
Requiescat in pace, Altair.
뼈가 계속 연결이 되어 있네. 신기하게.
You have seen to my books.
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
I see. This is not a library at all. It is a vault.
It must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager hands. At least until it has passed on the secret it contains.
What secret?
Go, son. Go be with your family. And live well.
All that is good in me began with you, Father.
In much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What does it tell you? What do you see?
왠지 아까
Strange visions and messages of ones who came
엣지오가
before,
편게 떠오른다.
of their rise and their fall.
But what happens to us, Altair? To our family? What does the apple say?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is my duty, Maria. Maria? Where? If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus, or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
최후의 안식을 취하세요. 참. 아, 마지막으로 얼굴이라도. 아이고. 아, 저렇게 해서 좀 짠하다. 알테어의 에덴의 선악과를 찾으세요. 여기 있겠지 뭐.
Another artifact. No. You will stay here. I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
He's talking to me?
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind.
뭐야?
Like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. That I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed, to share our stories like this? To speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end.
어,
Now, listen.
Do you hear me, Cypher? Can you see me? Ah, there you are. Good. A strange place, this nexus of time. I am not used to the calculations. That has always been Minerva's domain. I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you? You will have your answers. Only listen, and I will tell you how. Both before the end and after, we sought to save the world. We built vaults within which to work, each dedicated to a different method of salvation. They were placed underground to avoid the war which raged above, and also as a precaution should we fail in our efforts. Each vault's knowledge was transmitted to a single place.
초자연적이 너무 심하잖아.
It was our duty, mine, Minerva's, and Juno's, to sort and sample all that was collected. We chose those solutions which held the most promise, and devoted ourselves to testing their merits. 6 we tried in succession, each more encouraging than the last, but none worked. And then the world ended.
뭐요 이게? 아, 와장창. 여러분은 지금 어쌔신 크리드 레벨레이션을 시청하고 계십니다.
The earth shook for days, the fires burned for weeks, and when the ash had settled, less than 10,000 of your kind still lived, and far fewer of ours. But we carried on, together, to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how you will open the way. But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end, either in my time or yours.
Wait, look, his vitals are stabilizing. Something's happening. He's moving.
Desmond, can you hear me?
응? 쟤 누구야?
Son?
아들? 아빠야?
I know what we need to do.
응? 도전 과제 개시. 응? 뭐 완료. 레벨레이션. 아, 이게 엔딩이야? 더 모르겠는데? 더 이해가 안 가는데 난? 뭐 레벨레이션도 이렇게 엔딩을 봤네요. 이제 DLC 더 로스트 아카이브 깨러 가야지. 힘들다. 브라더우드보다는 조금 더 걸렸던 것 같은데. 기억나는 거는 갈고리 칼밖에 기억이 늑지호 하고 알테어의 최후. 뭐 자세한 거는 따로 제가 나중에 또 얘기를 하겠지만 뭐 재밌네요. 이게 궁금해서 다음 걸 하게 된다니까. 뭐길래 이렇게 얘기가 나오는 건지. 그렇습니다. 뭐 이번에도 스탠롤은 안 봐도 되겠지? 어쌔신 크리드 레벨레이션은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 보느라 고생하셨습니다.